Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and this was another yarn quest. You know, my search for high street yarn, the quest for yarn. And this time it took me to a shop called Unravel and Unwind. Let me get a little bit of light on my card because it's quite small. So it was Unravel Unwind, CIC. I don't know what CIC means. I should have asked her, I guess. This is a shop in Green Street, Gillingham. So it's actually kind of by where the pedestrianised bit, if you've ever been to Gillingham, if you're ever local, some of my subscribers are. And it's off a little kind of road leading off of that part. And bit difficult to park. That's the only problem we had, somewhere to park. But Gary kindly waited in the car while I went and had a little looky. And the lady who runs it, very, very friendly. I had emailed her and said that I might pop in and do a little thing on a shop. And when she kind of said hello to me, she said, were you the lady that emailed? So she'd been trying to reply to me, but it bounced back or something. I made a bit of a mistake in my email address, and I don't know how, but I did. And anyway, so consequently it got caught up in my spam folder, so I never got the reply. But she's really lovely, and I think remember her name being Faye. I'm very bad with remembering things. I should have written it down, but I'm sure it's Faye. And she has, I won't say a massive shop. She's got a few yarn walls, and then she's got an open window where people can put things up for sale, sort of thing. She does a lot of classes, and she also does kind of crafty get-togethers. Now let me see, it's all written on this card. So she does craft and chat sessions, which are free on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday mornings, 10 till midday. But she also does crochet groups, which are £8 a session, and knitting groups as well. It says coming soon on here, but when I went in, there was a knitting group going on. So they are obviously, the card predates that. But yeah, so I didn't buy masses of yarn in there because, to be fair with you, quite a bit of her yarn I sell. So there was really no point in buying those kind of yarns. So I did buy a few that I have never got before, and some that you know, I've never, although I've kind of used the brand, I've never had that. Some I have, and I just like the colour. So let's get my necklight on, and my hair actually helps the necklight stay on, funny enough. When I have it in a ponytail, it always wants to fall off. So this is it. I've got like a little bag of yarn. It wasn't massive. And she was very, very kindly gave me, that's Gary's receipt for his tools in my bag. She very kindly gave me some details of another wholesaler that I could use. So that was really cool. Now some of this I can stock. I haven't done yet. You'll see why. Well, you won't see why, I guess, because, you know, I'm trying to make space basically, but some of this is beautiful. So here we go. Now, although I have in the past, also this lady has a YouTube channel, so that's pretty cool. Now in the past I have done tutorials with the magic glitz. Well, it's just called glitz actually, isn't it? These are $4.99 per ball, which is a little bit more than I'd like to pay for it. But if you think back, I got the gold the other day in one of my previous yarn quests. It was the same price, so it's pretty much the going rate in the shops for it. I obviously, when I see prices, sometimes I think, oh, how much? But then I know I get it wholesale, so that's kind of why it sometimes alerts me a little. It's like, whoa. But it's lovely stuff. This is the King Cole Glitz, and it's a double knitting, and I really love glitz yarns that have the same colour glitz as they do the yarn, but this one is a dark red. Now in the past I've had the bright red, but these darker red ones, they really caught my attention. Now I think I've made a pair of wristers. I want to call them wristers because although they're fingerless gloves, the ones I made, I wanted them to finish there. because you know usually they kind of, the ones I've made are finished there. Well, I wanted them to finish there. I just wanted them to be like for your palms and your wrist really, and leave all of your fingers. I love those gloves. They're my favorite ones that I've made, and I made them out of this, but it was the brighter red ones. So I got 2 of this lovely darker red. Gorgeous. Now it's lovely and soft. I do actually have some of the glitz in my shop, and some of the Christmassy ones and Halloweeny ones and that sort of thing. This one's called Flame 3504 Flame, and it's 97% premium acrylic, 3% polyester, 317 yards or 290 meters. Now, as you know, I've been trimming down my King Cole supplies in my shop, hobbyrocks.co.uk, and a lot of it is on big special offers. So it's not that I never want to order from them again, but when I do, I want to get some new stuff, and I want to get stuff I really want to stock. So I'm making space. I'm also making space for other brands. So I got, as I said, 2 of these gorgeous deep reds. Where's my bag? I'm going to put it straight back in the bag because I don't want it to start falling apart on me. You know, it's a bit undressed sometimes. Well, because it's Christmas coming up, I decided to get a couple of the green ones as well. And look at the shine that you get. And it's not all the glitz. The actual yarn itself has a beautiful sheen to it, and then there's this gorgeous glitz in it. But overall, it does look metallic and shiny and beautiful. So I did get 2 of these greens. Now, this one, I bet it's called green. No, it's called Christmas green. Christmas green. Absolutely lovely. So I've got 2 of those for some Christmas projects. So then I decided, this I'd never used before. Now it has a bit of a woolly feel to it, but I feel that my fingers won't scream at me. And this is it. As you can see, it's a variegated yarn with a grey. Now that's why I liked it, because usually you get these marble yarns and they are black or they're white in that marble, but we've got some grey going on here, and I really liked it. So it looks like white in amongst it, but it's not. It's a very light kind of grey. And this is by Adrifil. I've never used Adrifil yarns. When I saw the symbol, I thought it reminded me of Mariners, but Mariners, as you know, went under. And so this is kind of a donut, but with a tag. And I know that you can probably get Adrifil overseas quite easily, but you don't over here. And this is called Zebrino, Adrifil Zebrino, and the price was $3.75 for this ball, which I think is a 50 gram. Yep, 125 meters, 50 gram ball, and it's, oh, I'm looking for the weight. It's got the yarn ball, but no no number in it, which is a bit weird. It's an Aran weight. So I just got 2 of those. One with this kind of green and one with the purple, because I thought they could still go together anyway, and I got 2 of them. So those are, I might make a hat with this. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with that, but that's the Adrifil. And then I got this yarn, and this one is my favorite of all of them, and I could definitely stock this because I stock the brand. I have it as on wholesale, and when I first started to use this brand again, they didn't have much. I look really illuminated, don't I, with the neck light on. Turn it off. Anyway, it's Wendy, and I do have a little bit of Wendy. I have used some Wendy, but this one really kind of caught my attention, and I know it's a recycled yarn because they have sent me, obviously I get little emails now and then with new stuff or stuff to order, and I know this has popped up from time to time, and it's made from, I think, how many bottles of yarn? Sorry, it's made out of bottles, and I can't remember how many bottles. She said to me, no matter the colour, every ball is green because it is good for the environment. So I can't remember how many bottles went into the making of every ball, but it's made with recycled bottles, like plastic bottles, and it is beautifully soft, absolutely gorgeous, I have to say. I was quite surprised by the feel of it. Just looking for more info for you. It's machine washable, but you can't iron it, probably because it's made from bottles, but you know, just saying. Okay, 92 meters, 100 yards. It is 100% recycled polyester bottles, flecked with 98% polyester recycled bottles and 2% viscose. So that's all that, you know, those little fleckly bits are viscose. So that's this one. Did I find a colour? No. No matter the colour, it is green, obviously, but there's no colour listed there. This is a super chunky 100 grams. Where's my colour then? Oh, maybe here. Upside down. I just turned it that way. Oh, it just says shade KR06. Okay, so I decided that I really, really liked this. How much was it? Does it have a price on it? That one does. The price that this was £3.25, so a real bargain actually. And so I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, and in the shop, I'm sure her name was Faye. If I've got your name wrong, I do apologise. She said, I can't wait to see what you make with this. So that makes me feel like she's going to be watching. So yeah, absolutely loved her shop. Really, really nice. So she told me that it had been going for over 40 years. I think 44 or something like that. But the previous owners had it all that time, and she'd been there for 2 years. So, and she's building it up. She had it was buzzing. There was lots of people in and out, and a few people sitting around having their tuition on knitting and everything. So it was actually really good buzz, a really good vibe. So that one is well worth a watch, and a little, if you're in and around this area, as I know many of you are, and you do like your little trips out to yarn stores. I'll put the details in the description box. And yeah, so well, that was my yarn for this week. I wasn't going to do one. I was going to wait because you know, I've spent quite a lot of money lately, and so I didn't get like masses, as you can see. It was just a little bag. But what I did get, I really love, especially this. I really want to have a little go with that. And Adrofill as well, apparently, because I said to her, don't you get slammed by duties? And she was telling me a way of that one kind of gets worked out. Sounded very complicated, but if I ever do that, I'll pick her brains for that one, I think, a bit later down the line, because as you know, I'm making space. So that's my little yarn haul this time, in my search for yarn. I hope you like it. I really, really loved most of that yarn. I mean, that red is going to be made into something to go with my gloves, I think, this year. And the green, that Christmas green, absolutely beautiful. But and that recycled yarn as well. I might have to give Wendy a little order at this rate. I don't know. I'm trying to make some space first, guys. It's I'm getting there slowly. Every now and then I empty one of my yarn bins and I can fill it with the new stuff, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, if you haven't found my shop, it's in the description box, hobbyrocks.co.uk. Don't forget there's the Santa sacks, empty or filled. If you head on over to the shop, a pop-up comes up and it explains the whole thing. So you can get the filled ones in mystery boxes, the empty ones in accessories, and then there's a voucher code underneath as well for that. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.